It was 3E1, and I just had a couple of questions. I guess that would be Mr. Nelson. I read the report and understanding, is it solely that this house under consideration is the 3 single-family lots? I mean, explain to me why we're giving them a waiver on the not doing underground.
Oh, okay. The 3 single lots on there are not developed, and that means the only lots on that entire reach would be required to underground their locations. That means as you go down the street, everybody else would have their overhead utilities still overhead. To make this particular lot underground their facilities, it would stand out as the only one along the entire street. It'd be very onerous for this particular parcel to have that only requirement. The other 2 lots, not likely to have the same thing. It may not be developed for a long time.
All right. So do the pleasure of the board to move this forward?
Move approval. Second.
Okay, please vote. Okay, and that passes unanimously. Now we're at public hearings. Okay, this is a public hearing for consideration of a resolution confirming the diagram and assessment of Lighting Maintenance District 84-1 for fiscal year 2014-15. City Manager, these are all assessments and diagrams for lighting. Do we have to separate each one, or can Mr. Nelson do a report for all of them?
We can do a combined hearing if we just make note on the record that it is a combined hearing for all of them, and then we'll take action on each item individually.
He's got quite a few public hearings here, so.
They're different items, so they have a different description, so I'll just go through the list then.
Okay.
The first one is LMD 84-1, which is responsible for the maintenance of approximately 11,712 streetlights, 162 traffic signals, 137 signals owned and maintained by the city, 5 are jointly owned with the city of Norco, 4 are jointly owned with Riverside County, 15 are Caltrans owned and jointly maintained by the city, and 1 signal is owned by Riverside County but maintained by the city. For the past several years, operational expenditures have increased due mainly to the increase in electricity costs. Since the district's current annual levy has not included an inflation factor since the formation, the increased expenditures have depleted the reserves. Any current district reserves will not sustain the projected expenses for fiscal year 2014-15. Hence, the shortfall will be covered by the general fund. The current annual assessment for this district is $38.86 per benefit unit. This assessment has not been increased since 1995.
He doesn't. No, he's wanted to do them separate.
The next item on the agenda is the Landscape Maintenance District 84-2, which was first established in 1984, following the provisions of the Landscape and Lighting Act of 1972. The proposed purpose of the district is to pay for the cost of maintenance, operation, and servicing of certain open areas, public spaces, and public landscaping within the road right-of-way, and public easements within the city of Corona. The district currently consists of 12 benefit zones. Each zone levies different annual rates depending on the services the zone provides to the properties within its boundaries. The annual assessment for single-family dwelling units for fiscal year 14-15 ranged from $22.54 to $574.99 per unit. Next area is Street Lighting Maintenance District number 2003-1, which was formed in 2003 pursuant to the provisions of the Landscape and Lighting Act of 1972. The purpose of the district is to pay for the cost of installing, constructing, operating, and maintaining public street lighting, traffic signals, and facilities in the Dos Lagos community. The work to be performed consists of the energy and maintenance cost of approximately 176 street lights, approximately 15 city-owned traffic signals, 4 jointly owned signals with Caltrans, and 2 jointly owned with Riverside County. The current annual assessment for the district is $160 per benefit unit. And
Wait, those three are the same.
Yeah, let's do the LMDs together and we'll do
Right.
the CFD separate.
I agree.
all right, that concludes my report for those then.
So I can open the public hearing for those 3 items. Okay. We're going to open the public hearing for items 4A, 4B, and 4C. Ms. Mobley, has there been any correspondence to the city clerk's office?
No, there has not.
Okay, is there anybody here tonight wishing to address on these 3 items? I have nobody here, so. Okay, if not, we're going to close the public hearing and bring it back to council. Is there a motion?
Move recommended action on A, B, and C.
I'll second.
Okay, please vote. Okay, and that passes unanimously. We are now on item D, public hearing for city council consideration of annexation of territory in Community Facilities District 2011-1 North Main Street.
This public hearing is the second step for the annexation of territory to CFD number 2011-1, which is North Main Street. The territory is to be annexed consists of a parcel numbers 119-2005 or 250-2006 and 119-250007. This is annexation number 1. The subject property is proposed for industrial development on 4.32 gross acres and is located southerly of Coda Street and westerly of River Road. The rate per benefit unit is $250 per fiscal year 2013-14. Industrial property is taxed at 2 benefit units per acre. This will be taxed for 8.64 benefit units, resulting in a total special tax of $2,160 for fiscal year 13-14. This annexation is in conformance with the city policy, Resolution 97-40. This parcel will be subject to a special tax in fiscal year 2014-15. That concludes my report.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Nelson? Okay, seeing none, we will open the public hearing. Ms. Mobley, do we have proof of publication and mailing a notice of the public hearing?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Is there anyone here tonight that would like to comment or has questions regarding this item? Seeing none. Ms. Mobley, are there any registered voters within the area annexed to CFD, and if so, how many?
There are 0.
Oh, okay. And Ms. Mobley, do you agree to hold a special election on August 5th, 2014?
Yes, I do.
Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Bring it back to council for action.
I'll move to recommended action.
Second.
Okay, please vote. Okay, that passes unanimously.